Hello friends, welcome to today's video. I am doing zodiac sign Scorpio today. Let's go. Well, I'm shuffling the card and making sure that they are not reversed. I'd like to thank you guys for your comments, for your likes, for your shares and saves. It's really great to have you all with me. I wish I can have more comments from you, but what can I say? Guys seems to be really shy, which is interesting. Nobody's shy on Instagram. Okay, so I hope in the future there'll be more comments. I really need your feedback because we're all learning, me including. Even though it doesn't matter how long you do tarot, you always learn. If you don't learn, you kind of roll back. You don't really stop, you kind of roll backwards. Okay, so let's go. Oops. So I'm gonna take this card because it fell out. I'm gonna read it as an overall energy for this spread for Scorpios. So Scorpios in business, Scorpios in real life, and this is for the month of March. And Scorpios overall energy, what do you need to pay attention to, and advice from tarot. All right, so an overall energy, we're looking at the Seven of Cups. I'm sorry, it's an Eight of Cups. Supposedly a very nice card. However, in this deck, and this is Heaven and Earth Tarot, it's beautiful, a version of the Rider-Waite deck. I absolutely am in love with this deck. So you have a bit of uncertainty in your life. You keep on looking forward, but you keep on looking, and it seems like all of the cups are full, but you are not sure. So before this card, we have a Seven of Cups, and usually Seven of Cups, everybody said this is so exciting, this is wonderful, you have so many dreams, you have so many aspirations, go for it. As I already keep saying, that Seven of Cups to me means a little bit different things, as I was learning originally. And originally, it in one of the decks, it tells me that you do have a lot of dreams, and you do look into different ways of realizing yourself. It's all up in the air, so it's your dreams. However, sometimes you think that it has to do with 7 deadly sins from the Bible, and sometimes you guys think, am I worthy? Although I know a couple of Scorpios, and you guys really seriously don't think if you're worthy or not worthy of anything, you just go for it. My older granddaughter is a Scorpio, and she is such a sure of herself 24-year-old. That I honestly, sometimes I think to myself, who needs parents? Who needs grandparents? You can't really tell her anything. She knows it all already. She will never listen. She does whatever she thinks is right, and actually she's getting what she deserves, and it's all good. So with this card, you'll keep looking forward, and even though your life is good, you're still searching for it. You're still you know that ahead of you, you have a lot of uncertainties, a lot of unknown. Perhaps there are some secrets you want to find out. And it's not only personal secrets. The secrets might be anything. The secret of, I don't know, self-driving cars, let's put, or something that you are absolutely want to know everything. You just go get it. That's a good card. Okay, I'll put it in the middle of the pile. Let's see business-wise. Business-wise, you guys are about to undergo transformation. Perhaps it's going to be a new business or a new job. You feel a little bit lost. You feel a little bit depressed. You feel like you're in an emotional crisis in a way, because you've turned away from a full cups. You only see empty cups, and those empty cups are really bothering you. You keep thinking about it. You keep stressing over the lost, whatever was lost in your business life or your career. But you see, look at this death. It's not scary. People actually embrace it. They're waiting for this knight and shining armor death card kind of for transformation. They need something new, and you also need something. Does not pertain to my granddaughter at all. This card would not, I mean, this situation would not resonate with her at all. So not your energy here. So let's see, what's the story? Why are you so upset? What's the transformation is all about? Why are you so lost? And why are you so depressed? Why are you in this emotional crisis over your job? What was happening with your job or your career? We don't know yet. So perhaps, voila, now we know. Now we know. So perhaps something happened with the company you worked for, or if it's your own company, something had happened and the tower came. This is really serious, was stressful situation, because all of the cards are major arcanas. The Empress, maybe you are the boss, or maybe you had some kind of a fallout with your boss or your teacher or your teacher. Perhaps this is karmic situation in your life where you disbalance the karma, whether you went against the karmic rules. That's another possibility. And you've encountered a tower, and in this particular deck, the tower, again, everything happens suddenly. We never know. It could be the pandemic, or it could be that the business just outlived itself, and you end up doing something or losing something. You weren't planning on it. You thought it's going to last forever, but in reality it didn't. Even though you are pretty smart, you've encountered this kind. I mean, it really has nothing to do with an intellect or the life experiences, but you thought it's going to last forever, but suddenly it wham, and it ended. It ended, and you have to undergo the transformation. So perhaps you need to go to school. That's what it tells me. Perhaps you need to learn something new. You need to study. Perhaps you need a better teachers than you've had. Perhaps you need a better advisor. Perhaps you should consult somebody, be a teacher or the Hierophant. I mean, this is definitely could be a tarot reader, or a fortune teller, or a life coach, or I don't know, somebody, perhaps whatever happened left you emotionally distressed. So maybe this should be a shrink. Maybe you need to see a psychiatrist to have somebody help you with dealing with this situation. But you're holding on to it. You're seriously holding on to it and upset. So what's gonna happen to you? Well, you need to start a new cycle. This cycle must come to an end. Again, a lot of the major arcanas, even though I'm constantly shuffling, you guys see it? I'm constantly shuffling, and I am taking the cards from different parts of the deck. And nevertheless, this is really serious for you. This is, okay, so we have, this is Prince of Swords. So I'm assuming this is a Knight of Swords. This is funny because I don't work with this. I just got this deck recently. I only did a couple of readings for it. So Prince of Swords. Let me see. Let me check. Is this a Knight or is this a Page? Interesting. And my bird got a hold of this book. I already put her in a cage, so she doesn't bother me. So 5. Let me see. King, a Queen, a Knight, and a Prince. So this is a Page. This is a Page of Swords. So what it tells me is that you need to finish the cycle and start a new one. You need to let go. You can't really be holding on to it forever. Behave like an emperor. Be an emperor. Plan ahead. Seek advice. Be smart. You will get news definitely in the future, or you will acquire some sort of an information that's going to help you out in the future. This is good cards. All of it is good. Every time death comes up, for me, this year I think is death. So I am supposed to undergo transformation. I'm still wondering what it can be. Because I don't read for myself. I don't believe anybody should. You see in what condition you are? You're in a crappy condition. You're not letting yourself blossom. You break your own heart. You break your own heart. So perhaps this Five of Cups means depression of some sort of emotional crisis. You are just killing yourself with this emotions, which is very unlikely. Unlike of Scorpions, you guys are pretty strong. I mean, one of the strongest signs out there, and one of the most ruthless signs out there. And I am telling you, just get out of this state of self-loathing, of a depression. Go, even though you're not showing it on the outside, you are an emperor and an empress. Perhaps you need to find a partner who is extremely strong. You should be an empress and you should find yourself an emperor. And it's not necessarily personal life. This is all about business. So seek more information. Allow for this to end and start new cycle in your life, which is going to be fine. Look at the world. I mean, this new cycle, you have everything in front of you, but for some reason you just don't see it. You can't take this black cape off of you, off of your eyes. You need to seek, you absolutely must seek professional help and get over it. Otherwise, you are seriously waiting for, you're waiting for a tower to happen, which is a lot worse than what you've experienced already. So just go for it, people. Don't allow yourself to dive deep down, even deeper than you already are. So your personal life. Oh, well, how exciting. We didn't have it. It wasn't enough to have a tower in our business life, but okay, we have now a devil in our personal life. Well, Ace of Pentacles and the devil tells me that this combination is not actually as bad as you think it is. It means that you are diving into something, or you need to dive into something with great passion. Don't allow for this passion to become an addiction, because it's quite a possibility that it might become an addiction. And knowing Scorpios, I have a friend who's Scorpio. Again, my daughter is a Scorpio. Once you start doing something, you seriously grind into it. Same with the relationships. I mean, once you go into relationships, you seriously grab onto it and you hold it. You don't let go for a long time because you always think that you can make it better. So that's what the Ace of Pentacles tell me. You keep thinking you can make it better. Don't rely on your wish or on your desire to make it better. Don't rely on it. Don't rely on your desire to improve things. You can, but you shouldn't. You should, first of all, consider yourself. So what is this relationship we're talking about? It's perhaps a relationship based on money and finances. Queen of Wands. It's perhaps whoever's in your life is a workaholic, and it's okay with you. You're fine with that. Look at it, the High Priestess. This is interesting. This is seriously interesting. So we have a Queen of Wands and a High Priestess. And it tells me that whoever in your life is right now, you are absolutely addicted to the fact that this person can support you financially. And you can do whatever you want. Which is interesting. Maybe that's the transformation that we're talking about. You've met somebody. Perhaps you had a job and everything was okay. And then all of a sudden, maybe it wasn't even okay. Who knows? But all of a sudden you meet this person and this person brings completely different concept into your life. It's funny how you open up the cards and completely new picture goes in front of my eyes. So, and now you are absolutely, you're passionate about your relationship. You realize that you can do other things versus whatever you were doing before. You have a possibility to go study. You have a possibility to get a new job or open a new business. The Queen of Wands, a very business-oriented person. And you are a little bit addicted to money and whatever power this money brings to you. That's fine. That's good. Not an issue. Stop fighting it. Who cares? Don't hang on it. Don't be, again, it's hangman and devil. It tells me that you are absolutely addicted to money and power and whatever this relationship brought into your life, which is money and power. You are hoping it's going to last forever the way it is. You don't want to change anything. Just want to sit there and wait. This is month of March, so it could be you could meet somebody in March if you haven't met them yet. Or you can just realize that that's what this relation is all about in the month of March. And that you don't really have to hustle at work anymore. So this chance meeting, it could have happened at work as well. Who knows? I don't know. You guys know better where it happened, because I'm not asking tarot here where it happens. As long as it doesn't bring you any problems in the future. I always feel that a woman needs to be completely and totally independent from a man. I've always been striving to do that. In my first marriage, I wasn't. We had a business that we were doing together. And every time I tried to get a job, my husband was pulling me back into the business. In my second marriage, I am seriously trying to be independent from my husband, but he's a breadwinner in the family. Because I have retired. Since I moved to New York, I haven't been working except my tarot, of course. I don't consider it being a business, no matter how much money I'm making or not making. But this is a passion, and it supports my passion of buying different things, the tarot decks and whatever else things I want. So that's another situation, and but it's okay. I can be dependent. I can allow myself to be dependent because we've already built, at my age, I've already built, or my husband and both of us, we've built a financial stability for ourselves, and hopefully it's gonna last forever. And but maybe you guys are younger than I am, much younger, and you shouldn't really hang on to it that tight. You should transform your business and work life for yourself. Don't allow for this. So the energies about it. The energy is, I am not going to say that they're good. And it comes from this 5 of Cups. Because this card, this tells me that you have enclosed yourself in a shell. Perhaps it's a shell of a relationship. You don't want to change anything. You're happy with the way it's going. You don't want to do anything as far as job is concerned. And just make sure that at the end, you're not going to sit like this Nine of Swords and think to yourself, what the hell did I do? I could have, and I should have, and I didn't. So here's your advice from tarot. I'll pull another card over here to see, I don't know what, but I will. So don't allow yourself to be sucked into this comfortable, financially comfortable relationship where you don't want to do anything. It's addictive. It's not going to bring you any happiness. Yeah, it will for maybe a little while, but eventually the time is going to pass. It's going to be wasted. It could be wasted. It could be wasted for you. Rather than that, go into a transformation as far as your job or business is concerned. Build on the ashes, build on the ruins of this Tower card. Don't think about past heartbreaks. Don't even bother with that. Just either go to school and study, find a new profession, a new interest, a new passion, and yeah, don't allow yourself to hang on to this. Just don't, because eventually you are going to think, what have I done? So what my next question will be? My next question, what's the advice? Take control. Advice is take control of your life. Do something. Don't allow for this to destroy your life, because eventually you are going to think. Another thing, here's the hierarchy. As I said, it's imbalanced. It could be imbalanced hierarchy, because usually what happens is that this emperor needs to be here and the empress needs to be below. In your situation, is it reversed? So the empress was on top of the emperor and kind of stepping on him. That also might mean that in your business life, you're trying to take control, or in whatever life. This is already overall reading. So you could have tried to overstep the boundaries, maybe at work, or maybe this already pertains to, or maybe you have a relationship with your boss. That's another, that could play out this way. And you're trying to boss everybody around, and then the Hierophant will come and he'll say, sorry, honey, I am putting a little fence all around you. And this card tells me that a fence has been put up. You're standing in front of the fence and you're beat up. You're not, I mean, you might think that you're a winner. You might have won a battle, but you haven't won the war. The war is still ahead of you. Don't think that you might feel sorry for your actions later. So that's your little reading for month of March. You have a lot to think about. Honestly and truly, as I always say, you've been warned. So you are prepared to make the right decision. You need to allow for this transformation to happen. Otherwise, you might be sorry for your actions. Okay, guys, that's for Scorpios. And again, I thank you for being with me. I hope you enjoyed this reading. It's probably gone for too long. I get overly excited. And I love you, and I will see you in my next video.